my name is Bob Hayton, and today I'm going to give you a video review of a great new book from Baker Books called A Visual History of the King James Bible. You may not know it, but today, May 2nd, 2011, is the 400th anniversary of the printing of the King James Bible, arguably the greatest work ever produced in the English language. This beautiful book is full of full-color illustrations throughout, and so we'll take a video look at some of its pages. A Visual History of the King James Bible, the dramatic story of the world's best-known translation, by Donald Brake with Shelley Beach, published by Baker Books in 2011. Dr. Brake is Vice President and Dean Emeritus of Multnomah Biblical Seminary in Portland, Oregon, also an avid collector of rare Bibles and manuscripts. This book is filled with beautiful illustrations and tells the story of the English Bible. Even today, the Bible is a forbidden book in many cultures. This here is one of the many title pages found in the book. This is a picture of the title page of the Great Bible from 1539. This is the title page of the 1611 King James Bible. Here is a leaf from one of the 1380 Wycliffe New Testaments that were produced. John Wycliffe's story is one of the first translators of the Bible in England, is told, as well as Erasmus and other well-known figures such as William Dale, who was burned at the stake in the 1530s because he had the audacity to give us the English Bible. Here is a copy of one of the only letters written in his handwriting today. An interesting side note is from the 1525 printing of his New Testament. The doxology from the Lord's Prayer in Matthew 6:13 is missing. Here is one of the rare Bibles, the Tab. Many haven't heard of that, as well as the Golden Legend, a collection of tales from the Gospels, which actually predates Tyndale's work. Of course, Dr. Brake gives us a history and a little bit about each of the translators of the King James. This is Miles Smith, who wrote the preface. He gets into textual criticism and the history of the Greek text behind the King James Version, discusses the Apocrypha and other facts related to text behind the King James Version. Here's a copy of one of the Textus Receptus printed texts and other Greek New Testaments that were used by the translators of the King James. He also discusses some of those who defend the King James Version and its underlying text as the best available Bible today. He includes many interesting stories from his journeys as a collector, including his examination of a manuscript to see what it said in 1 John 5:7. He also compares the Bibles and shows the influence of the Geneva Bible and the Reims New Testament on the King James. He also discusses early printing techniques and the He and She Bible, the first two editions of James, early title pages, and some rare interesting things such as these images, including a nude Daphne image, which were included in the 1611 Bible. Rare maps and other illustrations were included because of a deal worked out with the king, not so much for the benefit to the Bible. Early editions include this genealogy, which was several pages long. He also discusses various printing errors and discrepancies, such as the different spellings of begat in Matthew 1. And here's the he and she issue in Ruth 3:15. Is it he or she, depending on which 1611 edition you use. Some of the other early King James editions. Here's the first Cambridge printed in 1629. And he talks about the 1638 revision as well. This is the famous Wicked Bible, which omitted the word not, giving one of the 10 Commandments as thou shalt commit adultery. Other well-known Bibles, such as the Vinegar Bible or the Murderer's Bible, different printing gaffes. Here's the 1762 Cambridge, and then the 1716 Oxford edition by Benjamin Blaine. Here's the Cambridge Paragraph Bible, which Henry Scrivener provided us in the late 1800s, perhaps the most accurate King James Bible. Revisions of the King James come all the way down to today with the 2005 New Paragraph Bible. Here's the Indian Bible from the 1630s in America, and an early advertisement saying you can get a Bible by giving half the price in grain. Here are some collector Bibles from the Civil War era. He also discusses the legacy of the language and the impact of the King James, and answers interesting questions about its role today for us. There's a whole lot more that's included in this book that Dr. Donald Brake has given us. Myself, being interested in the King James Bible, being a student, having a 1611 reprint myself, also studying the Greek New Testament and textual criticism, I found the book extremely fascinating and enjoyable. I learned a lot of things that I didn't know, and I know that you will too. It's available at any of the retailers. You can go to my website, fundamentallyreformed.com, or my group site, KJV-onlydebate.com, where we'll discuss this review and this book and also include links for where you can purchase it. Thanks again. Bye.